In a forest shrouded in mystery, there stood a tree like no other. But this wasn't your ordinary talking tree dispensing wisdom to wandering adventurers. No, this tree had an unusual predicament. You see, it wasn't always a tree. It used to be a regular guy named Yuji, living an average life. Well, that was until he choked on some water and found himself in a rather unexpected situation. Yuji, instead of being reborn as a suave hero with godlike abilities, found himself transformed into a tree. Yes, a tree. Facing the challenges of survival, our tree protagonist had a lot to grumble about. First and foremost, he lacked the usual amenities of being a living being, like limbs. Talk about tough luck. But Yuji, ever the optimist, decided to embrace his woody existence and make the most of it. Picture this, a determined tree, with its trunk standing tall, facing the world with unwavering determination. Yuji was ready to take on the forest, even without the luxury of a harem of beautiful girls at his beck and call. Who needs that when you can be a tree, right? As he ventured forth, our tree hero stumbled upon a peculiar realization. Despite lacking the organs for sight, Yuji could still see. It was like having X-ray vision but without the whole superhero package. Testing his newfound ability, he attempted to move his branches, only to discover that out of the 50 branches he had, only one responded. Talk about a lopsided situation. In the midst of pondering his fate and contemplating the unfairness of life, Yuji's attention was abruptly diverted to the sky. An airplane soared through the clouds, a sight that gave him a glimmer of hope. Perhaps he was still in the same era as his previous life. But just as he was basking in this ray of optimism, 2 bothersome bees buzzed around him, disrupting his tranquility. Annoyed by their audacity, Yuji mustered all his tree-like strength, swinging his solitary branch like a green samurai, and struck down the pesky insects with a single blow. Little did he know that this act of self-defense would trigger an unexpected event. Suddenly, a stats bar materialized before him, accompanied by the announcement of 0.2 evolution points. Yujiu, the tree formerly known as Yuji, embarked on a quest to unlock the full potential of his branches. Armed with his evolution points, he channeled his botanical powers to strengthen his appendages, allowing him to move not 1, but 2 branches. Progress, my friends. Time flew by like leaves caught in a gust of wind, and after half a month of intense training, Yujiu achieved a remarkable feat. He became a master at manipulating all of his branches, imbuing them with newfound strength. Eager to put his skills to the test, he set his sights on a nearby boulder, aiming to showcase his technique. Unfortunately, his strike fell short of its target, but the resulting shockwave shattered a piece of the rock. Not bad for a tree with a chip on its shoulder. With dreams of becoming the world tree of this mysterious planet, Yujiu's ambition sprouted like wildflowers after a rainstorm. No need for studying, playing, or even toiling away in a dreary office cubicle. Our arboreal protagonist devoted every waking moment to his journey of godlike arboreal transcendence. As Yujiu traversed the land, he noticed stark differences between this world and his original realm. Mutated air filled his leafy nostrils, painting a peculiar picture of the world's evolution. Along his path, he stumbled upon a nest of adorable peregrine falcons, affectionately calling him Yujiu. Wondering if he could tame these feathery rascals and hone his skills for airborne battles, Yujiu took it upon himself to nurture the neglected nest. In an act of primal survival, he hunted down a rabbit, feeding it to the hungry falcons. Fueling their growth became his personal mission. But the tale took an unexpected twist when Yujiu attempted to strengthen his roots. Surprisingly, the price for root empowerment was a whopping 1 point, in stark contrast to the 0.1 required for his branches. Undeterred, he decided that roots must be more important and braced himself for agonizing pain akin to being jabbed by an electric drill. Yet, through his torment, victory blossomed. His roots gained newfound strength, matching the vigor of his branches. Excited by this newfound ability, Yujiu attempted to move using his root, only to discover that the pain multiplied exponentially. Yet, he persevered, understanding the importance of fortifying all his roots to safeguard his trunk, heart, and very lifeline. In the midst of his training, a rustling in the distance stirred his arboreal instincts. Battle-ready, Yujiu prepared for the confrontation, only to discover a wounded fox instead. The poor creature, poisoned and barely clinging to life, faced a dire fate. Pondering his options, Yujiu discovered a miraculous revelation: his sap possessed detoxifying and healing properties. Putting his newfound power to the test, he lent a helping branch to the fox. Like magic, the sap worked wonders, revitalizing the fox and banishing the poison's vile effects. In a surprising turn of events, Yujiu's darker nature surfaced, as he contemplated ending the fox's life to gain additional evolution points. However, a twist of fate intervened when the fox, overwhelmed with gratitude, showered Yujiu with affection. The tree, captivated by the fox's cuteness, decided against pursuing his darker desires and offered the creature a friendly pet. To his astonishment, the fox began to glow, its form undergoing a remarkable transformation. Evolution was at hand. But the surprises didn't stop there. Two girls materialized out of thin air, setting up a quaint altar near Yujiu's trunk. Intrigued by this unexpected turn of events, the girls revealed that their father had been laid to rest beneath Yujiu, and they had come to pay respects. They set up the altar, their actions shrouded in reverence and solemnity. Meanwhile, one of the girls couldn't resist the allure of a nearby lake, urging her companion to join her for a refreshing shower. Now, our cheeky tree friend couldn't help but entertain some mischievous thoughts. The prospect of catching a glimpse of these bathing beauties danced through his leafy imagination. With a mischievous grin, Yujiu tried to adjust his position, eager to get a better view. But alas! His voyeuristic dreams were shattered as his line of sight was obstructed by an inconveniently positioned tree. Talk about being rooted in disappointment. Yujiu, realizing that fate had dealt him a cruel hand, decided to abandon his futile attempts. The girls, blissfully unaware of the tree's intentions, completed their shower and made their way back to the village. However, they left behind a promise to return soon. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, consider watching another. Until next time.